we have Seth freaking Rollins appearing on the Sports Illustrated podcast. I don't know if it has a different name. I really didn't look into it all that much. I should. As a podcast journalist, I should know if it's called Sports Illustrated Today or tomorrow or Sports Illustrated Unlimited. Who knows what the fuck it's called, but it's a Sports Illustrated podcast. And Seth Rollins had appeared on this show this week and made quite the impression on the internet with his statements regarding AEW. Of course, stirring the pot. Let's just listen to the clip and then we'll talk about it after.
Obviously, there's this big whole thing with WWE, AEW, and Cody Rhodes left AEW. He's supposedly in WWE. CM Punk has mentioned WWE performers during promos, Cena and Miz. As a superstar in the WWE, do you think you guys should be going at it during promos and mentioning the other promotion, or do you think don't acknowledge the other promotion?
Yeah, to me, it's one of those things where I think if it's very useful, it's fine. Like, to me, the references you spoke of just now are two kind of different things, right? I didn't use the reference to Mox to talk down to somebody. I wasn't trying to diminish anybody's accomplishments or saying it wasn't like that. The other side of that coin is the way that it can be used by those guys. And look, they can do whatever they want. I find it very tacky and very lowbrow. Personally, I think that it looks and reeks of desperation. And I just don't think it's anything on our television show that we need to go there and talk down about those guys. They're doing their thing. They're doing it very well. We're very happy for them. I am, at least personally. Are they on our level? No, they've got a long way to go to catch up to us, and that's fine.
So it's a little bit of a pot calling the kettle black to take shots at AEW and say that they are not being classy, to paraphrase, by taking shots at WWE. What are your thoughts on this? Because I see kind of a split reaction out there. I see a lot of people that are like, yeah, of course, take shots. You know what I mean? Like, this is what made WCW fun when Bischoff came out every fucking night. And, he was spoiling match results for WWE and he was challenging Vince McMahon to fights and all this shit that we lived through before that we remember so fondly. But now that we're in cancel culture, now that we're offended by everything, now we are mad that wrestlers are going out and talking shit about the other guy. AEW should go on TV and just completely ignore that there's a whole other world of professional wrestling out there besides their own. Wrestlers should ignore each other. WWE, AEW, WCW, it's all the same thing. All right, we have two promotions that are feuding with each other. Of course, WWE is leaps and bounds. Seth Rollins had said, AEW is not on our level, and that's fine. I mean, they're not, but WWE also has a 40-year, 50-year head start. Got such a head start that it's so much more established. It's such a well-oiled, people take shots at AEW. Oh, they're run so flippantly and it's chaos backstage and it's the inmates running the asylum and blah, 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 blah. What did WWF look like, or fucking, what was the other one before it? It had another name. I'm completely blanking on it right now. When you guys are yelling at me, you're like, it was the thing. Capital Wrestling. That's what it was. It was Capital Wrestling. See, I knew I'd get it. So WWE's been around. What was Capital Wrestling like when it first started within its first 2.5 years? I mean, and then everybody talks about, AEW is buying up all the talent, and what did WWF do when Vince took over? Bought up all the talent, bought more talent than he needed, right? So let's all relax a little bit here. For me, it's all good fun, right? Like, traditionally, number 2 takes all the jabs at number 1, and number 1 ignores number 2. That's simply the way it is. And as a matter of fact, anybody in the WWE that says that it's lowbrow or they're taking shots and it's not classy, and whatever, with reeks of desperation, Rollins said. Jesus Christ. Rollins' fucking career reeks of desperation, all right? What we're looking at here is just some good old-fashioned wrestling fun, right? WWE has done it. They've done it on fucking Monday Night Raw, taking shots at WCW when WCW was number one. All right, let's all go back and remember the night that X-Pac debuted on WWF TV when he came out and just buried Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff and all that shit. Right? This is a thing that happens in wrestling, and I'm fine with it. Competition, take your shots if you're in competition with each other. It's fine. I'm okay with that. I don't get offended. I'm not going to go cry about it. Wrestling promotions should not pretend that other wrestling promotions don't exist. It bothers the fuck out of me that WWE pretends that they're the only thing that exists in the world of professional wrestling. And maybe they do because they're sports entertainment and not professional wrestling. So, but there's New Japan. There's fucking... I love like FTR coming out with the AAA titles, and fucking Excalibur goes with the fucking AAA. Yeah, the AAA tag team champ. I like that shit. Acknowledge it. When Omega came out with fucking 12 different belts, like he was trying to recreate fucking Ultimo Dragon's picture with all the belts, right? This is wrestling. It's a business that extends all over the world. You shouldn't pretend that other companies don't exist. And if you are the underdog, if you are number two, why not take your shots? Especially, most people are forgetting that wrestlers that are released from WWE that were clearly not used right, because we were all ranting on the fucking internet about it constantly, right? Every guy that you're like, oh, AEW just buys all WWE's rejects. Nah. Okay. These rejects were all the same people that you were bitching about that they released the whole fucking time, or that they weren't using properly the whole fucking time that they weren't using them properly. Okay? Everybody's bitching about Finn Balor and Ricochet not being on WrestleMania right now. What happens when those guys get released and then they go to AEW and they start getting used properly? And everybody's going, AEW brings WWE washed up guys. Nah. You people are impossible to please. That's the problem. Look, these wrestlers are disgruntled. Punk's talked about it in an interview. He says it's like a fucking AA meeting backstage half the time. These guys sitting around and talking about their horror stories from WWE. There is nothing wrong with that. These people need to vent. They were frustrated for years. They were criminally underutilized for years. And now they go to a place where they have at least a chance, right? I'm not going to sit here and claim that AEW is using everybody perfectly, because they're not. Or even using everybody, or that they should have signed everybody that they signed. I'm not saying any of that. But at least now they have the opportunity to prove everybody wrong in WWE, to prove their worth. And some of them will, some of them are, some of them won't, some of them aren't, right? We had, all the way back to the beginning of AEW with like a Shawn Spears. Oh, he was criminally underutilized. Well, look at him now. Motherfucker ain't done shit since he's been in AEW. Maybe he's just not that great of a talent, and WWE had it right. But then on the flip side, you got guys like Malachi Black. I don't necessarily like what he's doing right now, but when he debuted, man, he had it. He was hitting on all cylinders. And I think, they got Adam Cole in the right mix right now, working with Hangman. And he was going to, who knows what the fuck, he was going to get called up to the main roster, and maybe he was going to get the Butch gimmick. We don't know. I mean, they could have Butchified him, or fucking, what's Volter's name now? I forgot already. It doesn't matter. Point is, all of this taking shots at the other company is a bad thing stuff, I think is a symptom, personally, is a symptom of our highly offended, need to be coddled, cancel culture, where's my fucking safe space room, okay? That's all this is. This is people getting offended by stupid shit that they have no reason to actually be offended for, okay? Somebody comes on TV in AEW and they take a shot, like Punk, for example, at the other company, and everybody loses their fucking mind. Oh no, he said shit about WWE. Who cares, right? These are people that were frustrated. These were people that were given the bone. These were people that were dicked around. And they get the chance to rewrite their career, to make new history, to pave new ground. And they're given a microphone. And if you were in their shoes and Tony Khan just said, dude, it's your debut, go out there, or it's your first promo, go out there and tell people, just shoot from the heart, okay? They're going to go out there and they're going to try to give a passionate, I'm glad to be here because I wasn't utilized where I was before, and they got to tiptoe around that or leave that part out. It's a fire under their ass. They're pissed. And they have every right to say that. And they're not getting handed scripts. It's not Tony Khan backstage saying, go take another shot at WWE. Why don't you go out there and take a shot at WWE tonight? We got to really take a big shot at WWE tonight, guys. It's not happening like that. It's an open mic. Say what you feel. Cut your promo. Hit these bullet points. Have fun. Okay? And these guys are going out there and speaking from the heart, and you people are getting fucking offended by it because how dare they take, all they do is take shots at WWE. It doesn't reek of desperation. It reeks of being a scrappy underdog, right? It goes to diss tracks and hip hop. Like, everybody takes shots at other people. And if you're the top guy, you don't acknowledge the under people, right? Because they're under you. They're beneath you. Don't worry about them. But if you're number 2, fuck yeah, you want that number 1 spot. Are you going to get it by talking shit about WWE? No. But is it fun to do and cathartic at times for some of these guys? Yeah. Why do you care when you're listening online and you're watching these, or you're watching on TV and you fucking see these people cutting promos and they take a little dig at WWE? What does it matter? Why do you care? Okay? Let it go. Let it go. Quit worrying about stupid shit, okay? Worry about shit you actually should be offended about. Don't worry about the guy on AEW that mentioned the former company didn't use me right. Oh no! Holy fuck! What a douchebag! Why would he do such a thing? Get over yourself. Boy, oh boy. Mark Madden and Ric Flair. Have you guys been following?
Oh yeah, thanks for checking out the video. Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like it if you liked it. Yeah. And you can check out full episodes each and every Sunday right here on the channel. Ooh yeah. Dig it.